Angus Buchan with a thought for the day. We start off in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, verse 9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart like a burning fire. Shut up in my bones, I was weary of holding it back, and I could not. Folks, Jeremiah had had enough. He was completely ridiculed, and he said, that's enough, Lord, no more. I'm not preaching your word anymore. But then he said, but I can't help it. I have to. And then we go to the New Testament, to the book of Acts chapter 17 and 2 verses 32 and 33. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some mocked, while others said, we will hear you again on this matter. So Paul departed from among them. Have you ever felt like giving up? Have you ever felt like saying, Lord, that's the last time I'm preaching or speaking or talking to people about Jesus, because they don't listen and they mock me every single time? That's what they did with one of the greatest preachers of the whole Bible. I'm talking about Paul the Apostle. Same thing happened with Jeremiah. He said, that's enough. I'm not doing it anymore. They're not listening to me. Oh, I can identify with these two giants. You know, as a young preacher, I went to a little town in the southern part of our province. Everything went wrong. I was supposed to speak to a group of people in a hotel. The atmosphere was wrong. The people were waiting for their supper. The supper was late. So when they eventually got down to eating, many of them were under the weather. They'd been drinking too much alcohol. Then I got up and I preached my heart out. I made an altar call. Not one single person responded. I can laugh about it now, but not that day. I've never felt so naked in my life. I went home to the minister's house where I was sleeping and I said, Lord, that's the last time. I'm not doing this again. They got a church in every street corner in this town. They don't need me. I'm a farmer. I'll go back and farm. And the Lord spoke to me in my heart and said, are you going to do this or aren't you? Reluctantly, the next day I got up and I started to preach again. Then the dam burst. Oh, what a harvest we had. And I've never stopped since. Same thing happened to Robert Moffat, the great missionary from Scotland, who started the mission station at Kuruman. He was in Scotland trying to recruit missionaries. It was a midweek evening. A handful of white-haired old ladies sat in the front row. He was so disillusioned. But you see, what he didn't realize, there was a young 14-year-old boy who was working the pump organ, standing behind the organ.